y'all, RS Games 1999 here, editor of the series, here with a little part of the show I'm gonna do for each episode called Episode Breakdowns. And if you've seen Kaiser Neko's videos doing this for Dragon Ball Z, it's basically that. We're just gonna take a quick look behind the scenes and share some of the info on the episode you might not get at face value. We're gonna split this into 3 segments, the first of which, lip flaps. Okay, so we're gonna be quick about this. Implants, implants and panning shot, altered implants and altered implant, altered implants and moving shot, altered implanted implants and altered and flipped, implanted implant, implant, implant and altered, implants, 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 implant. Oh, Jesus. Next up, visual edits. I'll have a link in the description below to the place where this came from, but you can thank Rohitsu Bit for helping Photoshop a transparent background version of this logo. Thanks a ton, Kai. The stuff surrounding the logo, though, was an actual pain in the ass. It got to the point that I had to screenshot the text and zoom in just because Final Cut wasn't properly rendering the text. I couldn't get Shiro pressing the button to loop properly here, so as an alternative, I decided to show the reflection of the error symbol in his glasses. A few of Kerbifer's podcasts were played in the background while I worked, as this took a few adjustments for me to be happy with it. This menu button is bar none my favorite edit of the episode. Believe it or not, I actually looked up Japanese letters so I could spell subliminal message onto the button. It says Menu-sama in Japanese! I'm a nerd. For the button sliding in, I just masked out this diamond here and used keyframes to do the rest. I also made the text glow, so it was tactically a sort of lip flap for the menu. This EA logo here was just a little trick of keyframes and lighting effects. Fuck these friends lists! It took me 3 hours to edit a shot that lasts for 2 seconds. Fuck these friends lists. Hit the fucking call button, are you for real? For this Skype call with Natsugu, I had Kai change his... Change, are you fucking for real, Google Doc? Anyway, I had Kai change his profile picture and name, then have a Skype call with me for about a good 2 minutes. Thanks again, Kai. The disappearing effect is just a short burst of old film grain with a fade out. Also, during this call sequence, I tried to make Shiro's eyes change with whatever he was saying or thinking. While a bit of masking was required for Shiro, most of the work on these thrown rocks was done by the show itself. Just a couple of masks made each throw workable. Once again, for lack of better footage, I relied on reactions and a reflection in those glasses for this gag. Another of my favorite edits was the shadow of the anvil before it hits Natsugu. Violence. For this, I just took a tiny blob the color of Natsugu's armor, gave it some keyframes, and spun a star around where it disappeared. I named the sound file the most mature thing ever. And that's a wrap on edits! Finally, our last segment, fun facts. The opening we used, Emperor's New Clothes, actually had a bit of competition. There was an alternate opening database, the one used in the actual anime, that I edited together as well, which you can check out on my channel if you're interested. Most of the sound effects we used for the menu actually came from the video game Sonic Colors, as I really like their menu sounds in general. Speaking of sound, I really went all out with the Foley in this episode, and I only hope it shines through. The canon. We actually had to emergency recast Akatsuki because her original voice actress was already in another Tiba entry. We managed to get Lennon Drake on board for her just in time, and she's been great to have on the show. Love you, Lennon. Originally, the guild scene was supposed to be a bit longer, but due to time constraints, we had to submit it without the scene. Eventually, after a bit of mulling around with the idea of posting 2 versions of the episode, we decided to work it in as a flashback in episode 2. All of Akatsuki's pain screams were ad-libbed by Lennon during recording. None of that was scripted. This sound effect of the plant screaming? God, that's a weird sentence. I actually recorded that ages ago for a boss battle in an SAO fan dub I was doing. You can check out what of it got made below, but unfortunately it was never finished. Besides, Log Horizon is better than SAO anyway. Moving on to literally anything else. As our closing statement today, this episode is bar none the longest and most complicated abridged video I've ever made. Most of what I've done in the past have been 2.5-minute episodes voiced almost entirely by me or a few other people. At longest, they capped at about 5 minutes. So yeah, this is a huge step up for me as an editor, and honestly, I'm looking forward to doing more. That wraps up our video today. I hope you all enjoyed, and if you want more content, be sure to check out the rest of our videos. Thank you, and good night.